Hey, morning guys, it's the Tech Prepper. I'm out here in the Tonto National Forest. I'm going to go ahead and attempt my first SOTA activation on Whiskey 7 Alpha Stroke Mike November 061. We're right at the trailhead. I'm going to go ahead and try to create a map for all trails. Right behind that cactus, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but in the center of the screen there is a rock ridge face. I'm going to have to figure out how to scale that rock face and get on top of that ridge, and hopefully we can do some 2-meter and 20-meter activations today for y'all. All right, we're at what I'll call our first waypoint. This is the Klein Creek well. It's just a holding tank and well here with some panels, and we're about 3/4 of a mile into this hike. So we'll keep on trucking, but just want to share with you guys, if you're interested in doing this trail, what you could expect to see when you come out here. So a lot of this trail is a 4x4 trail. In fact, I do take the Jeep out here. But I think the first 2 miles in is fairly straightforward. It's a lot of this 4x4 trail until we have to do a little bit of a rock scramble. And then, like I said, I'm not sure about that ridge. I've tried it a few times and haven't found the best way up there. So stay tuned, and we'll see how we can make the summit and get going with the activation. All right, guys, I'm decided to take a quick bearing just in case I have to really bushwhack, which I think is the plan. I've got GPS, but I don't want to count on it, so at least I'll have a general idea of where I'm going. I also do have the USGS topo for this area, so shouldn't be a problem, but just want to be double and triple safe that I have a correct heading. All right, so we're at a fork at the road. I do run this pretty often, and I typically stick off to the right going east instead of heading north here. It looks like going off on the north side might be faster, but since I'm not familiar with the area, I'm actually going to go ahead and continue traveling east and then swing around and get on top of that mound right there, and then start from the saddle to make my approach through the rocks and onto the summit. We're at our second waypoint. This is 1659 in terms of the trail. And then we're gonna make a hard left here, and there's a little radio tower there for your reference. And yeah, we're gonna get up onto the saddle and then start our bushwhacking adventure. Now this area is fairly rocky. In fact, up to this point, you could still make it up pretty nicely in a 4x4 vehicle. So still trying to get myself familiar with all of the SOTA rules. I believe there are some constraints on how far you could take a vehicle, but keep me honest in the comments below. But I'm doing it on foot. I don't have the precise mileage right now, but I would say we're close to the 2-mile marker right now from the main trailhead. All right, so we're at our third waypoint. This is actually the saddle, at least what I like to call the saddle. And on the south side of me, if we trek up about 100 meters or so, there is a set of petroglyphs up there. I believe it's protected by the Arizona Historic Preserve. I believe that's the agency. And we're getting ready for the trek, so I decided to put my trekking poles back on my pack. The pack looks a bit heavy, but it has been pretty comfortable. My plan is to be very comfortable when we get to the summit and really enjoy the afternoon. Right now we're in the Sonoran Desert, and it's in the low 50s, which is quite nice. I believe the high today is going to be about 63 at about 3 to 4 p.m. So it's really quite pleasant. I do have a shelter, so I'll stay out of the sun. But so far I'm really happy with just enjoying the morning, and I'm anxious to get up there because they call this Ruin Ridge, and it'll be interesting to see the ruins as well. So this is a very multifaceted hike for me. So enjoy the outdoors, catch some new scenery, and play radio with anybody who happens to be on 2 meters and 20-meter Sideband today. All right, so the pack's feeling a bit heavier. We're completely off trail, and I'm just working my around path of least resistance. So hopefully we'll be up on that ridge at about 10 minutes from now, and I'll have line of sight to hit the summit. I've been checking my bearing a few times, and looks like I'm going in the right direction. If you guys can take a look at what we're dealing with here, not much in the way of any trail. Lots of brush. And we pan around. That was a saddle that we started on, so I know where everything is, and that's the important thing, but hopefully there's not too much more of this relatively harsh terrain to make up. So let's see how we do. All right, so I just double checked the SOTA application, and I'm 3/10 of a mile to the GPS coordinates that officially marks the summit. So we're gonna head towards that cactus, and hopefully I don't have to backtrack too much. All right, that was the goal, to get to that cactus. There's quite a bit of choy up here, so these things will actually embed themselves in your tires, in the treads on your shoes. So I always carry a pair of pliers with me because they're no fun to get out. And it looks like that's the summit. So maybe 10-15 minutes. See you guys on the air. All right guys, so I'm glad I took a bearing before heading up here. So this is a false summit. I thought that was it, but it's just off to the left over here. So not a big deal. Based on what I'm looking at, the approach of what I thought was the summit will actually be easier, and then it looks like I could just go right across the ridgeline. So I'm about 1/5 of a mile to that point as the crow flies. All right, so this isn't quite the summit. I think it's just behind this bush, so I'm going to keep going on the bearing that I had set for myself, and then go along the ridgeline, and I should be there. In fact, this was the ridgeline we were seeing earlier at the very beginning, and that pointy peak right there in the center, that's Apache Peak. I have not done that yet. That's actually another SOTA spot that I'll look to activate probably this winter. All right, it's very much a class 3, class 4 peak still, very much a rock scramble, so make sure guys, if you have someone to come out with you, I think that's a good idea. I did not, but I've got lots of gear, and I had a plan, so hopefully I'll make it up there safely and we're able to do an activation. All right guys, Ruin Ridge. I've got another 3 or 4 minutes, almost there. Hey, morning guys, it's the Tech Prepper. I'm officially at the summits on the air. The identifier is Whiskey 7 Alpha Stroke Mike November 061. It's called Ruin Ridge. You can actually see here the structures that are built, and there's some type of structure with a ring around it. So very cool. I actually don't want to disturb what's going on here, so I'm actually going to go ahead and set up my day camp. All right guys, we finally made it up to the summit. Set up camp. I'll show you that in a bit. Made my cup of coffee, and I'm trying these for the first time. Oh, it's actually kind of hot. These are like lip savers, and we'll see how this first cup tastes. My goal here is to get on 2-meter simplex, make at least 1 contact. Hopefully I'll make 4 so I can get some points. And then I'm going to set up my SOTABEAMS 6-meter carbon mast with my new end-fed Pactena, and see if we can make some contacts on 20 meters single sideband. We're going to give this one more shot. This is Kilo Tango 1 Romeo Uniform November, operating summits on the air, looking for any station.
Your SOTA lost its fizz.
Last station, come again, please.
Yeah, your SOTA lost its fizz. N70, Andy.
Hey Rob, is that you? This is Gaston. Over.
Hey Gaston. Climbed up the hill again. I'm on my way to the store, so you might lose me here shortly. Over.
Yeah, sounds great. You're actually enough to give me an activation. Let's just exchange a quick signal report. You're coming in 5 by 8.
You're 5'9". I have a crossbander up in the air, and you're being translated into a peanut radio in my hand 2 miles from my house with a 5959, double 59.
Sounds good, sir. I don't want to keep you, but I have activated Ruin Ridge. It's Whiskey 7 Alpha, stroke, Mike, November, 061. This peak has not been activated in 4 years, so congratulations and thanks for being my first Summits on the Air activation.
Sounds good. I appreciate you getting that stuff worked out and getting it on the map. So we're ready. Thank you. 73N7 Andy.
All right, so I'm going to put that in the log, and that was actually N7END. I actually ran into him last time I was doing a dry run, so it's kind of cool. So, all right, first SOTA activation. Look forward to more of this stuff, guys. I am going to do 20 meters next. All right, guys, we've successfully activated this peak on 2 meters. Now I've got 20 all ready to go. Here is the Yaesu FT818ND with a 4.5 amp hour Bioeno battery. And then I've got some RG316 coax going to this Pactena end-fed half-wave antenna cut for 20 meters. And then I've got it going up to the carbon 6 mast. It's about 18 feet right now. So I'm going to try jumping on the air.
Skywarn Recognition Day. This is Whiskey X-Ray 5, Bravo Romeo Oscar. Whiskey X-Ray 5, Bravo Romeo Oscar. To Brownsville Weather Station calling CQ Skywarn, CQ Skywarn, CQ Skywarn Recognition Day. Whiskey X-Ray 5, Bravo Romeo Oscar calling CQ and listening.
Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November, operating SOTA portable. All right, guys, I picked a bad day to come here and try to activate this on 20 meters. It looks like it's Skywarn Appreciation Day, and the band is just packed, and I'm just getting stomped on with my 6 watts. I can hear everybody just fine. I'm going to try a little bit more, but it's approaching. I've got 2 watches here. 12 p.m. Local time, and what's that, 1900 UTC. So I need to give it another 20 minutes tops and then pack up and head back down the hill. I think trying SOTA is going to be my approach. You guys let me know if that's legit.
Victor 73.
SOTA station. SOTA.
First of all, let's see if we'll have another park to park in there.
Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November, SOTA activation.
Call sign again?
Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November.
Park to park. Somebody wants on you. What's the call sign again?
Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November, SOTA, park to park.
Now the QSC got you. I got Uniform November. Again.
Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November, QSL.
Copy Kilo Tango 1, Uniform November.
Negative. Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November.
There we go. Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November. Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November. QSL.
QSL, roger.
Roger, you are about a 55 here in Florida. K1915. Kilo 1915. QSL.
Negative.
Kilo Tango 1, Romeo Uniform November. You are 55. Kilo 1915. Kilo 1915.
QSL, you are also 55. The station is Whiskey 7 Alpha Stroke Mike November 061.
Again with the part number?
The station number is Whiskey 7 Alpha Mike November 061. QSL. All right, guys, so I don't know how much of that QSO you were able to copy. I'm not sure if it's considered a complete QSO. We were able to acknowledge each other's call signs. We were able to exchange signal reports. We were not able to exchange our POTA numbers and SOTA numbers. So let me know if that doesn't count. I'm going to listen to that all again, and hopefully I didn't mangle it too bad. The conditions here are a little rough operating QRP. I've had to turn on the IPO and the attenuator and mess with the RF gain quite a bit. You guys out there with 100 watts, 300 watts plus, you guys are blowing everybody out of the water, but I guess that's part of the fun in the game. And it also didn't help that today seemed to be a skywarn day, and there was a whole lot of activities. So again, the little guys with not much output were getting stomped on. And one other thing, I was using a technique of just calling SOTA, SOTA, SOTA when they were asking for call signs so that I can make myself hopefully be heard. And that worked for this gentleman on the other end in Florida. But I'm happy to get any tips from you guys that are more looped into doing summits on the air or parks in the air with very little QRP power. All right, guys, this is the last video I'm going to do for today. Again, we're at the top here of Ruin Ridge. It's Whiskey 7 Alpha Stroke Mike November 061. I've got the SOTABEAMS 6-meter carbon mast up. Right behind it, that's the rock wall of the ruins. It's all over the place up here. And the mast took a little bit of doing to get up. I'll do a different video kind of sharing that. And the end-fed half wave on 20 meters from Pactena actually worked pretty nicely, as did the RJ316 feed line and my little temporary shelter here. It was a comfortable morning, so hopefully you guys will enjoy more of these SOTA activations. It stays like this that really makes all of the physical labor worth doing. All right, 73 y'all.